hell of a, she's so fine. Hell of a, blows my mind. Hell of a, lights my day.
What's good, guys? So this is part 5 of the Kenneka Jenkins from Instagram, and specifically their posts from Yo Stay Woke, their account on Instagram. This is the next post. It says, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. Something is wiped out on it, but it says, I know that's right. That clip was a clip on gun violence caught on surveillance from 2015. I'm telling you, damn, I wish I could find it. I swear I saw this around 2016. If there's a convenience store, that's the damn YouTube clip I saw. And the caption on this says, this person is referring to YouTuber Zach TV, aka Zach Stoner, shooting video that's a bird's eye view which is floating around on the news and internet. Zach TV, aka Zach Stoner, once said in one of his YouTube videos, I forgot which one, quote, I'm not a G, the G is not for G, the G stands for German, end quote. Zach TV, aka Zach Stoner, is from Germany. Do I believe Zach is dead? I'm leaning towards yes. And there are 11 comments on this. Alright. The first comment says, I said that video looks strange. Second comment, I remember that video. I think Planet of the Fakes has that video up on his channel on Facebook. Next post. So you don't think this happened to Zach? Next post. Wait, what happened? Zach is dead too? Somebody replies back to that person that says, Google his name and the news stories come up. Next post. Man, I thought Zach had an Explorer, not a Jeep, so that made it weird to me. Next post. I think he faked his death to get away. I believe he's in protective custody. Next post. I'm hearing he has some footage put away. And somebody replied back to that person and says, right, motherfucker forgot when he made that post saying he knew the Gov had something to do with it a long time ago, and they low-key threatened him. Motherfuckers tweaking. There was a reply back to that person that says, you used to FaceTime Zach? And the last post says, I was going to ask if you thought he was really dead. This is so insane. Lord. Alright. Moving on. This is the next post, and it's got some stuff smudged out. I'll make it bigger. The rapper guy who spoke on this said there was 2 Kennekas at the party that night, and Mama T daughter Nene was not the one murdered. For some odd reason, I believe him. I believe his name is Young Bando. I gotta move my finger. Yes, I seen that video and people didn't believe him. They said he was just trying to get attention. Why isn't her mom and sister front and center looking for her daughter's killer? Forget some lawsuit because she knows that's not her daughter in that casket, and she ain't afraid either because remember when she said people can come and take pictures in KJ's room? Like, are you kidding me? So her daughter was so-called killed. Why wasn't she afraid to let strange people just walk in her house and stuff like that? Let you know something isn't right. Alright, that's the post. There's 5 comments to that. And this post was from June the 1st, 2018. The comments... Hold on, let me go back to this caption first. Teresa Martin wasn't afraid of strangers walking into her house because she knows she's safe with strangers than she is with James Coleman and his affiliates. And then KJ's supposed brother Kenny Martin's physique, height, keeps changing too. First post. They're talking to someone at Chirac Cushman 312. But I don't see a post on here from them. So it just says, was on live saying Zach and Kenneka was messing around. It was good and good, but I'm not repeating that word, but the blank that added him hung up on, and then it cuts off. Someone replied back to someone else that's no longer on here. Looks like some things have been deleted. It says Zach was a creep. We used to FaceTime. I can believe that. Not sure if it should be can't or can, but it says can. Next person. Speaking of Kenny's height, it has always not sat right with me. Just last night I did a collage side by side looking at his height. Next post. Height, weight, skin tone too. Next person. I just keep coming to your page whenever I stop for a minute. LOL. That's the 313.melly. This is the next post. It's from June the 1st, 2018 also. And it is a post from Monifa Shelton. And it says, I don't even like purple. This has 3 pictures with it. Next picture. It's some images of Kenneka. There's someone speaking underneath this, but I'm not playing it because I'm not familiar with the person and I don't want to strike. So we'll look at the pictures. That's Kenneka. That's Kenneka. That's Kenneka. And that. That. Sorry, my battery was about to die. Next page. Looks like more pictures. Alright. The caption to this says, I agree with him, and that's the gentleman that's speaking. Monifa hinting through cryptic message that purple isn't the victim's favorite color. But I already knew that before Monifa said it. 4 comments to that. First one says, question, how many pics did you find of her in purple? The ones I found, I can count on one hand. Next post. Purple is for royalty and a good cause. Don't know if it was her favorite color. Next. Yes, because she was Queen Kenneka, street royalty. Follow the bloodline. And here's 313.melly again that says, it also represents Freemason. Trayvon Martin's father was a Freemason too. He moved up higher in rank after his son's murder. Alright, this next post is a few little clips. It's got a gentleman speaking in the background, which I'm not going to play. But I will try to read this. I'll blow it up so you can see it first. This is a post from Monifa. And it says 3:16 p.m. Me and EI, hell yeah, we be coolin'. Watch your back like a mobile big chopper getting boostin'. We been setting bitches up. Hell no, this ain't no new shit. Fornem got the rental money flowing and it's fluent. Alright. Then they got this watch posted with 3:15 question mark. That is not what time that watch says. That is not what time the watch says. I'm not going to keep going over that. I've done a whole video on that. That's Kenneka and Monifa on the left of her. And they're flying through, so I can't really try to blow it up though, so y'all can see it anyways. When it rolls back around. Because Instagram is clowning with this, the way they do their videos. Excuse me, guys. Give it a minute and it'll start rolling. There's the watch again. The little hand is on the 9. The big hand is on the 3. Or around the 3. Because those lips are on the 6. On that watch face. What they're trying to show is, well, let me just read this caption. It says part 2, one of Monifa's cryptic messages, part 1 in previous post. One comment on this. Oh, Lord. It says, listen to Kansas Star. On YouTube, she does EVPs, and Kenneka has been speaking and saying the name Elliot in all the messages. And saying Monifa finished her. She set her up. Shaking my head, this is wild. The only thing I'm going to say on that is, while I do believe that some people are gifted like that, you really need to pay attention to what these people were doing before the Kenneka Jenkins case popped up. That's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah. Alright. We'll read the caption on this one first, on this next post. It says, when I noticed the drastic height differences between the so-called KJs when they stood next to Monifa and Bree, let me know they don't want us to know who the real victims are. They are concealing the victims' identities on purpose. Noticed this before I saw his video. But I'm sharing with y'all in case some of you didn't notice all the KJ's height differences, because he does a great job showing the drastic differences in the heights. So here's the images. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit so y'all can see it and see if it'll still roll. Yeah, it does. That's Kenneka. You can hear I was listening to Clark Avenue's video. Shout out to Clark Avenue. And I must have had it paused or something. The cat done jumped on it. But that's Kenneka over on the far right. In the white. You know, and in my video, I forgot what it was titled, but I showed a picture of Kenneka and Bree, I think it was. Let me find it, and you can see the height difference. Yeah, it's right here. You can see the difference in size between the two. Now, could it have been photoshopped? Absolutely. Absolutely could have. I wasn't there to take this picture personally. You know what I'm saying? But just at first glance, I mean, Kenneka looks like a giant compared to Bree Bree. And in pictures like this, where there's usually two people in there, for whatever reason, it's usually like Kenneka towards the front. Now, you can tell she's taller than her mother in this picture. No matter how much they cock that camera to the side, you can tell that she is quite a bit taller than Miss Teresa. And see, in this picture, if you turned it like on its side and look, she's taller. It's just the way the camera is angled, and it's always angled funny, which is so strange. Here's another one. See what I'm talking about? Camera is a little off-centered, and Kenneka's in the front, and appears to be quite a bit taller than Quetta. Alright, back to these posts. That's basically what they're trying to show you. And if you look good at this picture, you can see that her head is cocked to the side, which takes a little bit of the height away. And that the shorter girls are in the middle, and the two taller ones are on the end. There's Kenneka. Same. And there's that picture, which is a good picture to show because you can see the height difference so well in that picture. And then you look at them there and you see how tall Monifa looks compared to Kenneka. I'll say this, Kenneka was a beautiful young lady. Beautiful. Oh, we're not going to go there with that picture today. You're not going to get riled up with that. Now, this next post is regarding Zach TV1, aka Zach Stoner. We'll read the caption first. That drone is causing me to have doubts because it's right above what is going on. And then the dude taping from his window or balcony. It's strange that he pulled the camera back in and then back out to continue taping because gunshots can't reach a person that high up off the road. Wow. There was no reason for him to pull it back in while it was in progress. The people he's taping are too busy to pay attention to whoever is taping them because they are focused on what they came to do. Alright, well, let me go ahead and correct this. You can reach a person that high up off the road. That's just an absolutely ludicrous statement right there. Excuse me. And those people, I mean, Chicago's full of CCTV, so, I mean, it would be highly likely that somebody could look up and see that person. Would they know where they were in that building? Probably not, but still, I mean, I could see this person getting nervous and pulling back in. Especially because, yes, you can get hit from a window. Alright? I'm just saying. It can't happen. Alright, so let's play this.
See how high? Look at how high this is. This has to be a drone. You see how it zoomed in? It was high up, and then it zoomed in.
I'm not going to listen to that foolery. I didn't know that's what was being said. I disagree with that statement that that's a drone. That is a gentleman's cell phone, and all he did was pinch the screen. I mean, that's super easy to do. It's not hard. But that is the supposedly or allegedly, this is where Zach TV was killed in this video. And I'm assuming that all these posts are going to be about that. Yes. Alright, so they posted this on June the 4th, 2018, and it got 3 comments. And it's only showing 2, and the only thing that this person commented 2 times in a row is a period. That's it. Alright, so they're still on Zach Stoner. So this next post, I'm going to read the caption first, and it says, like her, I also thought it strange that the passenger in Zach's car, when they got shot, is laughing. Because if one of my friends died, God forbid, from gunshots, I would be sad, crying, remembering him or her. I wouldn't have the energy to go live if I got shot, and I wouldn't be laughing. Doctors and nurses don't put gunshot victims or people with gunshot wounds in hospital hallways because they are a priority, a serious condition. Her other video she's referring to is in my previous post. This is the next post. It's a post from Facebook that says, I woke up to find out that Zach Stoner died. People commenting said, I see people are saying they're glad he's dead because he raped KJ that night at the party. Somebody replied back to her and said, yeah, that's effed up. I don't wish death to nobody, but yeah, he was at the hotel that night. Somebody said exactly, and the person that posted it said he sure was. And that's all, really. She's just going to keep scrolling back and forth on this. That's just a screenshot of what we just saw. And the caption says, Part 1. This is for all those stuck on, quote, Zach TV wasn't at the Crown Plaza hotel room party where a KJ was or other victims got murdered, end quote. Notoria L. knows Zach TV, aka Zach Stoner, personally, and she also says Zach Stoner, aka Zach TV 1, was at the Crown Plaza hotel room party. That's her Facebook. Part 2 is in my next post. This was posted on June the 5th, 2018. It got 1 comment, and it's not showing anymore. So it's either private or was taken down. Alright. This is a video that Zach TV 1, Zach Stoner, posted on his Zach TV channel. That's P. Rico in purple, aka Joseph Alvarez. I believe that's his name. I'm not going to play the audio on that. He just essentially asks him if he thinks that Kenneka Jenkins walked into the freezer at the Crown Plaza Hotel. To which he says, absolutely not. He believes there's foul play. And the caption on this one is exactly the same as the one I just read. Posted on June the 5th, 2018. And there are no comments to this. Next post. Alright, we'll start at the first thing. It says Lerone, Young Fly and Flashy Customs, Bradley. Young Fly and Flashy works at McCormick Place, lives in Phoenix, Arizona, in a relationship. Lerone Bradley, Young Fly and Flashy, lives in Phoenix, in a relationship, from Chicago. Bernard Radley. Blow that up for y'all. Bernard Sanders, Dreadhead Nard, lives in Chicago, single, from Chicago. That's a closer picture there. Now, let's go read the caption. These are some of the men that were present at the Crowne Plaza hotel room party that were involved in the female victim's death and rape that attended the same party. That's a pretty bold statement, especially when you're including names and you're also accusing them in your post of 2 different crimes, but never says where that came from or where or why or any of that. It's got 16 comments. Let's go through these. All right. First comment. Lerone with the little thinking emoji. Lenora with another little thinking emoji. Yo Stay Woke says, LMAO. You never know with them because they playing games. Next person. Says Lerone, I remember his ass. I had a whole argument with him in the beginning. He blocked me. Because my thing was, okay, you screaming about how you wasn't in Chicago and you were in Arizona where you live. Okay, sounded good. But why was your name just thrown in it if you were all the way in Arizona? He showed a video on his page from the same night as the party of him and his son together headed to an outing. So after that, I left him alone, but I still would like to know why his name was brought into it. Yo Stay Woke replied to that and said, videos can be predated, and then in parentheses, she put, includes a specific time. If on Facebook, I feel he's lying because people that know them personally don't just randomly bring up their names in such incidents. That's why she feels he's lying. And those involved lied to us about the dates and times of the parties, plural. So the night he's claiming to be in Arizona with his son as an alibi might not be the night the party was held. Somebody replied to the first person that posted and said, his name was thrown in when the case was picked up by the people. The gang thought they had got away with it, and when they realized they hadn't, they started putting people from rival gangs in the mix. Those guys are associated with the people around Kenneka and know her, yet still her, quote, friends, end quote, couldn't even say her name properly in the interview and knew the exact route to the freezer in a closed-off area of the hotel. Yo Stay Woke replied to that and said, I noticed there are at least 3 rival gangs at the CP hotel room party. Lerone, the owner/driver of the tan van, mentioned in one of the police witness statements. He arrived at that hotel room party with some of the witnesses as his passengers in his tan van. So now she's saying that the tan van belonged to this Lerone. It's not Hollywood's van, according to this post. Alright, somebody replied back to Yo Stay Woke and said, but isn't Lerone a new breed? And so is Dion Hardiman. So they are close to the Martin family. There were 3 different gangs, but they all fall under the Vice Lord's umbrella. So technically, all one gang, and Mike also has a tan van. This person who had commented above says, yes, you're right about the time change thing. I had this discussion with someone last night. I didn't know this was actually possible until last night. So now I'm looking at everything like, quote, what if, end quote, when it comes to these dates. Yo Stay Woke replied back to the lady about the Mike having the tan van and says, if you read the police report, they each mention who they came with. Mike is also involved in that BS. However, this Lerone Bradley is involved in that BS too. Them being close to the Martin family is suspect because the Martin family is also involved with whatever happened in the KJ confusion. That person replies back and says, I saw that in the report, but I was confused because Vice Lords and New Breeds are at war and always have been. If all these rival gangs bonded together to get Kenneka, then she must have crossed all these gangs at some point or messed with their money for real. Why do you think the family are involved? Because they aren't being helpful with the case, really? And Yo Stay Woke replied and said, please read the post on this Instagram from the start, because I answered the questions you are asking. It goes beyond the gangs. So in other words, I'm not going to repeat what I said multiple posts away. Multiple posts previous to this. Next comment says, this case is a comic book, and a bunch of clown emojis. And this person posted above, and it says, and why is Kenneka's Uncle Curtis so cool with Lerone? I've seen Lerone tagged in his pictures. Alright. Alright, this is the next post from June the 8th, 2018. I'm trying to make this bigger. The blue jacket, the infamous blue jacket that was just discussed until we couldn't discuss it anymore in the beginning of this case, who turned out to be Dion Hardiman. The guy in the center is Ty Sanders. And this guy in the red jacket is the headless Chicagoan. Because their head is edited out of this picture. Out of this picture. Now, I'm not saying that's the original picture that we saw. But in this image, he didn't have a head. Alright. That's a picture of Dion Hardiman in the same blue jacket. Alright. This is his post. This is his post. Somebody smudged out the names, etc. But the post says to him, you gonna have to face God soon. I know something you think I don't know. And I guess they thought that was going to work or get them to say something, get Dion to say something to them. I mean, that Facebook thugging is kind of played out. Alright, this is Ty Sanders in the David Bowie shirt, in the maroon here. And it is from his Facebook. He posted it July the 10th, 2017. Alright. Yo Stay Woke captioned this image, or these images, and says, excuse me, it's weird that the man's head on the right was made invisible or edited out to protect whoever it is. I didn't put a name on the invisible head because I wasn't sure about who he is. If you know the name of the dude on the right, include it in your comment or comments. This has 18 comments. Let's go through them. Rap Crush says, it looked faded out though. EV_loving God1 replies back to Rap Crush and says, them lips never lie. Bet that. 100. Hashtag on hood. Rap Crush replies to @_changemyways_, who's not even commented on here. So they must have commented and deleted their comment. But anywho, Rap Crush is replying back to them and it says, LMAO, you thinking who I'm thinking? Then there's a comment from Unfiltered Leo, Unfiltered_Leo. That family not blaming of these guys. They have them on their friends list. Just the other day, Quetta shared one of Dion Hardiman's posts on her page. EV_LovingGod1 replies back to at Unfiltered_Leo and says, that's why I say again, this shit is a movie. They go on to say to this at _ChangeMyWays_ who has deleted their post. Even though I believe that people did get murdered in that hellhole Rosemont Crown Plaza Hotel fire, or hot, the fire sign. Unfiltered_Leo says to this at _ChangeMyWays, who's no longer on the post, it's something. It's anything other than real. I see the BS. EV_LovingGod1 says exactly, and goes on to say, but you can see your boy Zach clearly though. Then Rap Crush goes on to tweet again to this person that is no longer present on the thread. LMAO right, and it looked like some dreads faded out. Next comment from the Black Day Trader 1, replying again to this Change My Ways. It says, where's Zach? On the other side of the car? Next comment. It says, if you look close at the picture when Kenneka dead, you can see a piece of dude in the in the blue jacket. I don't know where I got that at. Let me reread that. Let me get a redo. If you look close at the picture when Kenneka dead, you can see a piece of dude in the blue jacket. That's the car she dead in right there. While they taking the picture. Yo Stay Woke replies to at she_sexy, which is not who just made that comment, and says, then it's Lerone Bradley. I included him in one of the post screenshots of before. He had mentioned nickname. And after he changed his Facebook, removed mentioned nickname. This person who was talking about if you look close, you can see the guy in the blue jacket. I don't know if it's a female or a male, but anyways, that person says, Dion got sickle cell. And they go on to say, that dude in the red jacket, I forgot his first name, but his nickname, Young Flying Flashy. Young Flying Flashy something. I seen it on YouTube today, but I can't seem to find it again. And continues and says, is his name Leron or Jerome Young Flying Flashy? His name is on at Black Illuminati _TV. They go on to say, reply to at she_sexy and says in the red jacket. And then reply to them again and says, or Lerone. So there's a whole side of the conversation we're missing here. But it's cool. We got what we got. Moving on. Alright, this is the next post. It says, let me blow this up. It's a screenshot. It says, secret conversation with Rashawn Mitchell encrypted from one device to the other. And it says in the screenshot, send my money. The next post or the next comment in this little screenshot says, send my, and you can't see the rest of that. And then the next line says, did you and Kenneth F that bitch? Rashawn Mitchell replies back and says, who the F you talking about? And then put a picture up, which has been smudged out. And the very last line says, send my money. That's interesting. And then underneath the picture, it says, they say it's Kenneka getting raped. This is the next, it was a 2-part post. This is Rashawn Mitchell's photos from Facebook. I think it says 2000 and... No, it doesn't say any. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say that. I was trying to think of something nice to say, and I just can't, so. Alright, I'm going to try to read this. It's kind of hard, though, because it's a little bit blurry and kind of doubled. It says, something hang with is kill us, but we never got caught. All I hang with is kill us, but we never got caught. There we go. Happy G-Day, my boy. And then it says Wheezy or Tweezy. T-Weezy. I don't know. But this is Rashawn Mitchell's Facebook page and a screenshot from same. So, the comments on this says, looking my boy. Good looking my boy. Couldn't see that first line. The next post says, I love this picture. Trying to get it situated here. Oh, goodness. Okay, it says, we knew you raped and killed something. Made the news. I just can't make it out, guys. I'm sorry. But I'll just make it big. One last time, as big as I can. Okay, maybe I can read it now. It says, we knew a rape and kill something. And then it says, ass made the news. But I can't make out that middle part. Alright. Now, this post, let's see. Well, okay. Here's the caption. Sorry, looking for that word. First slide is a screenshot of what was sent to me by a person that follows this Instagram. Second slide is a screenshot of one of Rashawn Mitchell's Facebook photos with this caption. Posted June the 8th, 2018. No post back on here at all. Alright, this next post is from June the 8th, 2018. Now, alright, let's go through these screenshots. There's 3 on this post, the next post, from June the 8th, 2018. Quite busy on that day. Alright, it says, this one right here, I couldn't copy the link. I don't know why. I'm not good with these damn phones. But after he say what he say, they going to pass a white man and listen to. After that, it sounds like she's crying. Jazzy one is already cremated. That person replied back and says, I'll reply to you after I watched the above video and screenshot, so that I know what I'm talking about on this video. They replied back and said, I want you to listen to it first to make sure I'm hearing what I hear about her, saying Jazzy one cremated already is before 26. Hold up. Let me try this again. I want you to listen to it first to make sure I'm hearing what I hear about her saying Jazzy one cremated already is before 25 seconds 26 seconds. Next page, and there's 3 pages, it says, "Wow, you are hearing what you are hearing. A female did whisper Jazzy one cremated already. I immediately remembered Azaria Dior changed her Facebook name to RIP Jazz that way." Next, I don't know who's talking to who here, but the other person says, "That is Teresa that is talking to Jazzy. That's who that is telling her one is cremated. I knew I wasn't crazy." They reply back, "They think they slick. They forgot some of us have great ears that can hear everything."
It's on the woman. It's made for the woman. For as much as please Almighty, take out of this world. It's on the woman. It's made for the woman. For as much as please Almighty, take out of this world. It's on the woman. It's made for the woman.
So, I don't know if you were able to hear it. I'll play it again. But the caption says, "First 2 slides are screenshots of a conversation between me and one of the people that follows this Instagram. Third slide is a clip of what Teresa Martin whispered. Person brought this to my attention." Alright. We'll read the comments too, and then I'll go back to that and see if you guys can hear it. Alright, the comments. This person says to Yo Stay Woke, "This entire situation is absolutely crazy. There is definitely 100% something very fishy about the J4K case. I'm getting to the point that I don't believe anything that Kenneka Jenkins' mother says. If the girl is really dead or buried in the ground, then I will absolutely apologize. But KJ has no record of death or anything. My gut is telling me this is all a big lie. And if she's 100% dead, then her mama was behind this shit and her so-called, quote, friends, end quote, Nifa, Irene, and yes, Zach TV had a big part in this." Then it shows a bunch of money emojis. In other words, saying money talks and bullshit walks. Alright. Next post says sad. Next one says, "Zach friend, T Streets got killed the night before last, I think." Yo Stay Woke replied back to that and said, "That's awful." And that person replied back and said, "They told Monifa she next to get whacked." This rap crush replies to this person that posted about T Streets and says, "Are you serious? He was just alive." That person says, "They think he set up Zach, but I'm not sure if that's why he's dead." That person says, "Wow, shaking my head." Goes on to say, "Think he knew he was involved, because based on that video, where the F was he when Zach died?" And continues on. It says, Don't y'all find it weird that creepy white man is there, though?" Alright, then Yo Stay Woke goes on to tag several people to look at that third slide, rather, or listen to it. Listen to the third slide. My bad, guys. Alright, so let's listen again. So what we're listening for, we'll go back and read these one more time. Alright, so Yo Stay Woke is going to be in the gray. And this person that follows this Instagram is in the white. So we'll just call him Anonymous. Anonymous says, "This one right here, I couldn't copy the link. I don't know why. I'm not good with these damn phones. But after he say what he say, they going to pass a white man. And listen to, after that, it sounds like she's saying Jazzy 1 is already cremated." Yo Stay Woke says, "I'll reply to you after I watch the above video and screenshot, so that I know what I'm talking about on this video." Anonymous says, "I want you to listen to it first to make sure I'm hearing what I hear about her saying Jazzy 1 cremated already is before 25 seconds, 26 seconds. Alright, Yo Stay Woke says, wow, you are hearing what you are hearing. A female did whisper, Jazzy one cremated already. I immediately remembered Azaria Dior changed her Facebook name to RIP Jazz that way. Anonymous says, that is Teresa that is talking to Jazzy. That's who that is telling her one is cremated. I knew I wasn't crazy. Yo Stay Woke says, they think they slick, they forgot some of us have great ears that can hear everything.
For as much as please Almighty take out of this world.
It's only one. It's made for one.
The mental body. For as much as please Almighty take out of this world.
It's only one. It's made for one.
The mental body. For as much as please Almighty take out of this world.
It's only one. It's made for one.
The mental body.
I'm not hearing it personally. I also don't have headphones here that I can slide on and try to hear with some kind of detail. You guys let me know in the comments on that. And I'm going to end the video here because it gets too lengthy and you start losing focus. So I will pick back up in the next video. Thanks, guys.